Hey y'all, it's Ellie. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to welcome y'all into another video. We are going to be talking about today how to make your first $1,000 in business or outside of your 9-to-5. And I really wanted to go into this video because, having started my business with $1,200 from the stimulus check and then scaled it up to 1.2 million in 10 months, a lot of things happen in between that. And, I really want to make sure I set you guys up for success. And so I'm like, you know what? Let me look at what did I do to first make that first $1,000? Like, what can a new entrepreneur do, just like I did, to make that first little bit of money? And so that's what I want to go over. So I want you guys to comment below, what are your income goals for 2022? We are only 5 months into the year and you can make a lot happen in 7 months. So drop that number below. Let's start claiming that energy right now, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let's jump into the video.
Ellie talks money to create the better days. Business, money, life, the Ellie way.
All right, y'all, welcome back to my channel. So let's get right into it. How to make your first $1,000 in your business or outside of your 9-to-5. Now, there's so many different things you can sell on the internet. There's digital products, there's physical products, there's drop shipping, etc. I'm going to focus specifically on how you can do this online. So whether you're selling a digital product or a physical product, it's all about pricing your products correctly. So I want you guys to realize that $1,000, if we have a $30 product, that means you would need to get about 33 or so people to purchase that $30 product. If it's a $50 product, you're going to need about maybe 20 people to purchase, and et cetera, and et cetera, and et cetera. So you want to be looking at, okay, how can I price this so that it makes sense, so I don't have to go and find hundreds of customers as if you were just selling a $10 product, but how can I also price it so that it is relevant to my audience and something that they can afford? So for example, when I started my business selling my coaching, consulting, and digital products, I first built a lot of trust with my audience and offered coaching calls and free guides for free, because I wanted them to first know who I am. And I did that for a couple months. Now, when I got to making my first $1,000, my price for my course at that time, or class, was $20. So I had to sell 50 of those, okay? Now, if I could go back and do this again, I probably would have changed my pricing. But again, this is a very real thing for a new business owner like yourself. You might feel like $20 is where you're comfortable. I would now recommend being anywhere between $27 to $47 for your first intro digital product. And if you're selling physical products, you want to make sure that you are always having like a 30% expense margin. So if your cost of goods is $10, you want to be pricing your product anywhere between $30 to $40 so that you're able to keep that difference so it makes sense for your business. Now that we've got our pricing straight, how are you going to get these clients? And this is my favorite part. So I started my business with 300 followers in July 2020, and now we're at over 350,000 followers in May 2022. So I want you guys to realize that you don't need a lot of followers to start making money. I made my first $1,000 probably when I had 1,000 followers, maybe 2,000 followers. And that wasn't all in one day, of course. I think that was my first like $1,000 month, which was so exciting. But if you are, a smaller business right now, please don't think you need to have a lot of followers in order to make money. What you're going to want to start doing is creating targeted content that specifically shows how your product or your service or your digital product is the solution to their problem, as in your customer and your audience. Most of the time people aren't buying because they're just not sure what this is going to do for them. But when you can make it clear what it's going to do for them, they're going to buy, trust me. So one of the ways to do that is through content creation, your reels, your posts, your stories. And I'm going to link down below my video all about creating great content on Instagram so you have that context. But another way to ensure you're making more sales through social media and out of social media is to go directly to your client. So this means sending DMs. This means using pages like Facebook groups, places like Reddit, using websites like Answer the Public to get a sense of what kinds of questions are people asking about your niche and your industry, and directly DMing them and saying, hey, I see you commented on my last post about X, or when you're really doing your market research, and let me break this down. So when you're on Instagram and you're researching your niche or industry, let's say you want to create a digital product about yoga. So you're going to search yoga in the search bar, and it's going to bring up all the different posts and accounts about these topics. Your market research is going to be centered around going to those pages, looking at the comments, and seeing what questions are people asking about that particular topic, or a subset within that topic. How to get started, how to lose weight. And then you follow that person, say, hey, I see you asked this question over here. I am a yoga instructor. I just wanted to give you some tips and feedback. I thought it might help. This is a great way to, number one, build a relationship. And secondly, that can lead to a direct sale. Don't be afraid to go out there and find your customer. You can also do this same thing in Facebook groups. So when you're looking through Facebook groups about yoga, for example, and you find them, request to join, read through the comments, read through the posts. Don't be afraid to strike up a conversation and also add value to those groups so that people then DM you and say, hey, I liked what you said about XYZ. Can you tell me more about that? That's a great way to start making sales. And almost all of my sales in that first $1,000 month were made through DM conversations, okay? So going direct to your customer is so effective, and as well, leveraging social media to create the kind of content that shows them how your product or service solves their problem and is relatable to them is another great way to make sure they find you, okay? As well, don't forget to use hashtags. So when you do search your niche or topic in Instagram search bar, it's also going to show you all the hashtags related to that. Make sure that you source some good hashtags so you can be found every time you post in those groups. All right. Now, the bonus tip I want to give you guys about this is going live, okay? I know everyone gets terrified of going live. I don't know why. Well, you know what? I know why, because I used to be very afraid of going live too. You guys, you wouldn't believe, but when I first started going live, I had about 5 or 6 people in there. One of them was definitely my mom, because I would ask her to come just so my numbers would go up. So I was terrified. You know, now when I go live, I can have thousands of people in there, which is exciting, but just know it doesn't always start that way. But going live is a fantastic way to, number one, get more content, and number two, connect directly to your audience. So even if just 3 or 4 people or 10 people watch your live, but when you make an offer at the end, as in go in your live to talk about what you do, how yoga can help them lose weight, really have a great agenda. And then at the end say, hey, you guys, I'm sharing more of this in my 10 ways to lose weight with yoga ebook. I am releasing it for the next 10 people for half off. Click the link in my bio and go and grab it. Even if just 2 people out of that 10 go and buy, but it's priced at $47, you just almost made your first $100. And think about, you would just need to repeat that 10 more times or 5 more times to repeat that same result. So going live is a great way to be in touch with your audience. It is a great way to, build that authenticity with them and for them to know you. And that further is going to solidify your place as, an expert, and also make them trust that your product or service has the solution. As well, if you do have a physical product, go live and show the physical product in use. Wear it, if it's closed, wash your face, do your skin, whatever it is. This is going to also make people see how they could use it in their own life, and then they'll buy. All right. So these are my top 3 ways to make your first $1,000. I want you guys to comment below which of these are you going to try, and where are you in your business? Have you already made your first 1,000? Are you working on it? So that way I can give you guys another video about this. It's always a pleasure. Oh, and don't forget, I want you guys to also get more ways to build your income. So text wealth to 310-564-0065 so you can take my free masterclass. I teach a Build Your Income masterclass every week, and it is all about helping you start and scale your business and create income streams. So text that number. You can also click down below and register, and I'll see you all in the class. Bye.